Rob Tubber here for Boxing News, joined by Shane McGuigan in the immediate aftermath of a fantastic fight for the British heavyweight title. Shane, that was some scrap.
Amazing. Oh, I mean, I've got a lot of love for Fraser Clarke. I think he's an absolute great human being. But also Fabio Wardley, coming from effectively a white collar background, to put on a fight and a show like that is unbelievable.
Obviously a draw, split draw, one went one way, one went the other, one went down the middle. How did you see it?
You couldn't argue, could you really? I mean, like, the knockdown and the point against him, I thought the point against him was a bit unfair, so I would have lent just by a round but to Fraser, but you can't really argue because he was having the more telling shots, so amazing fight.
Obviously a fight where there was a lot of changes in momentum. We had the fast start from Fraser Clarke, then the knockdown from Fabio Wardley, lots of ebbs and flows in there. Just how impressed were you with each bloke?
Probably one of the best fights I've ever seen, like, live. I can't think of a better fight that I've ever seen live. And just when you thought Fraser was on the way out, he was exhausted, he just turned the script. And then he was starting to get to Fabio in the 11th, then he missed the shot and it was like his whole soul left his body. He was just like, he just sagged. And that's the level of exhaustion that both of those boys were at.
How hard is a fight like that on a fighter? How much will that take out of both men?
Well, we were sitting beside Kano and CBS. I said, this is great for everybody's, to be spectators here, but that's taking minutes off both of their lives. And as a coach, you just don't want to see your fighters in them. But I have had someone like CBS who knows a lot. But he's always been quite within himself, and I think both of those guys were out of their comfort zone in a big way tonight.
Can we see anything else other than a rematch next? Does it have to be the rematch?
I think it's got to be. And even though Wardley was having the more telling shots, I genuinely believe the confidence is going to lean towards Fraser with that, because it's his first time in a massive fight. I know Wardley's not had too many big ones, obviously, but there was a big build-up between the Adelaide fight and things like that, whereas he's been on the bigger stage. So I think that's going to hold Fraser in better stead, and I can see, I can see him winning the return.
Just last quick couple from me. Saw you in the ring, of course, with Eubank Senior, your dad Barry. Do we have a fight? Is it Azim versus Harlem Eubank? Are we still waiting? What can you tell us?
No, it's done. Yeah, it's signed. It's sorted. We're just waiting to announce the venue. So and the date. So but the fight is signed for sure.
And the final one from me. You had a documentary that came out this week, didn't you, on the BBC? I heard something about that.
You're in it. I don't know why you haven't been bigging up yourself. Yeah, I feel like it's got good feedback, and a production company came to me a long time ago. They'd done the Wayne Rooney documentary, and I thought, are they having me on here? But they wanted to sort of capture just what boxing's all about, really. And I had 9 fighters in the gym, and we had the highs, the lows, what goes on behind the scenes. Followed us on and off for 18 months, and I'm pretty sure it shows pretty much everything in the doco, and I think there's a fairy tale. They really lucked out because Lawrence Okoli at the start was in the gym, and at the end we're boxing for the world title in a stadium. It's like you couldn't script it, so they were like, have we just hit the jackpot here? But luckily, yeah, they did, they got it, they captured it. I think if anyone hasn't seen episode 3 and 4, they're the really big ones, they're the real moving ones. I think they're on tonight.
Stable, the boxing game, available now on BBC iPlayer. There you go, there's a plug for you, Shane. Thanks very much for speaking to Boxing News. Catch up soon.
Cheers, mate. Thank you very much.